Hi, I'm Catherine Bryant from brilliantliving.hq.com, where we like to bring you mind tools to help you live your best life. And welcome to the second in our mini-series on goals and goal setting. In the first in this series, we helped you start the process of deciding what areas of your life you wanted to focus your goals on. And we did this by getting you to evaluate and give a score to each of 10 key areas of life. This then helped you decide, okay, this is the area I would like to do better in, I'd like to improve in some way, I'd like to change something about it. And so you ended up with 2, 3, 4, 5 different areas that you wanted to focus on. And what we're going to do today is take that to the next step and look at how we then start making those areas into the goals. Now, if you haven't done that already, you might want to quickly pop back and have a go at doing it now first before you listen to this bit. But also what I wanted to say is that not only have you identified the areas you want to focus on, you've also given yourself a baseline or a starting point from which to measure yourself. So in 3 or 6 or 9 months or a year even, it gives you something to come back and evaluate how far you've travelled along the line. But for now, for today, what we're going to do is take those areas you wanted to focus on and start changing them into your goals. So that's what we're going to do now. So what we're going to do today is define your goals in 4 simple steps. And to help us do this, we're going to use the goal setting template number 2, which you can download from our website straight after listening to this. So the 4 steps that this template is going to take you through are which, why, what, and how. And you are going to be answering those questions in the next few minutes. So let's get going with number 1, which is which. And what this is talking about is which aspect of your life is this goal going to be about. Now, if you completed the first goal setting template, which was the goal setting starter for 10, then you will already have identified the areas of your life or the aspects of your life that you want to focus on with your goals. And if you haven't, then I suggest you go back and do it, or you may already just know which areas you want to focus on, which is fine. So we had 10 areas, but you will only be using one area at a time with this template. For our purposes, we're going to take money as an example here, but it could also be health and body or any number of categories. Now, I suggest you start with the area of your life that is most important to you. So the one that you really want to get going with your goal setting on. In a later video, we're going to talk to you about choosing which goals to focus on in terms of priorities. But I would always say start with the one that's most important to you for now and don't overload yourself. So moving on to the second aspect, this is why. And this is a really important stage. So please don't be tempted to skip it and go straight into the, oh, this is going to be my goal type thing. Just take a few minutes to work through this. And this is about discovering and acknowledging what lies behind you wanting to have a goal in this area of your life. So it's the reason why you want to make changes about this thing in your life. In other words, it's the purpose behind what you want to do. And the reason why it's so important to do this is that it's the why that gives you the impetus and the motivation to take actions that are going to get you to achieve your goal. You've probably heard people talking about the why behind what you're doing or the why of your goals, and you might have thought, what on earth are they talking about? Well, this is it really. It's the purpose behind it. And one way to help you think about this is to just for a second think about how you currently feel about this area of your life, and then switch it round and say, how do you want to feel? So for example, you're going to be filling in the template, I want to feel, or I want to experience, I want to have, and then you're going to fill in that blank. And then what's also helpful is sometimes to say because or so, which is, why you want to feel like this. So to give you an example, so you'll know what I'm talking about. If you take a money example, I want to feel financially secure so I can provide for my family. So you can see there that would be a very motivating factor. The underlying why in this case is about being a good provider for your family or a good breadwinner or whatever. Now, you may have an example around, instead of the money, you may have chosen health and body to focus on as another example. So thinking about this, you might say, I want to feel good about how I look. And then completing the second bit, really important, so, and then why you want to feel good. And this is the reason behind why you want to feel good about how you look. So it might be that you want to be attractive to your husband or your wife or whoever it is. Now, in this case, the underlying why is about strengthening your marriage or relationship and helping you feel happy in that relationship. So just take a few seconds to think about, why is it you want to have a goal in this area of your life? And then when you've done that, we're going to move on to the what. And this is really about thinking about what would get you to feel how you want to feel or experience what you want to experience. So this is about identifying the key thing that will make you feel or have or experience what you want. And this is the thing that will become your main overall goal for this area of your life. So you're going to answer the question, I will feel or experience what I want if I, and you're going to fill in that blank. And I suggest you keep it really simple for now. Don't worry about the detail. Don't worry about quantifying it or anything like that. That's for another day. But for now, just the first thing really that comes to your head about what you need to do. What is that one key thing that's going to give you what you want? So, for example, if we go back to our money example about wanting to feel financially secure so that you can provide for your family, what is the one thing that you can do to get you to make you feel like that? And it is to increase your income. So for this example, it would be increase my income. For the health and body one, it could be lose weight, something like that, or get fitter or whatever. So there, in that very little sentence or part of a sentence, you are going to encapsulate what your main goal is going to be. And then we move on to the number 4, how. And this is about the how here is, how can I make this happen? So this is about exploring some of the possible things you could do and the actions you can take to move you towards achieving your goal. And these are the things that are actually going to form your mini goals, or some people call them step goals or sub goals, the milestones which are on the way to you achieving your desired outcome. In other words, your overall goal. And really what's at the heart of this is these are going to inform the actions that you're going to take to make your goals a reality in your life. Now, once again, don't worry about the detail here. Don't worry about, can I actually do this? Don't worry about, well, maybe I could use, I don't really know how I'd go about that. Just get your ideas down. Just let the ideas flow for now and get them down, because there's time to do other things with them as we go forward, and in the next video we'll talk about how you can make these effective, how you can write, how you can tweak these to make them more effective. But for now it's just about getting the ideas down. What are some of the things I could do in order to increase my income, for example? So you're going to say things I can do to help me achieve my goal are just various ideas. You're not saying you're actually going to do them now, you're just saying these are the things you could do. And so for the money example, it could be getting a new job, getting promoted, could be maybe getting a part-time job or setting up an online business on the side, maybe at night or weekends. Could be clearing out all your cupboards and selling everything you don't need. Could be restructuring your credit, all sorts of things you could be doing. So just let the ideas flow. And that is what we're going to do for today. Download this template now, template number 2, defining your goals, and you can see the link below this video. And then set about completing one for each area of the life you want, your life you want to set a goal in, starting with the one you really want to prioritize. And I would suggest you really only focus on 1, 2, probably 3, absolute maximum for now. And what you will have done by the end of this, you will have been clear about the areas you're going to focus on. You're going to be clear about why it's important to you, the reason behind you wanting it. You're going to have an idea of what will get you there, and you're going to have some early ideas about how you can make it happen. The third thing we suggest you do is sign up to the brilliantlivinghq.com newsletters to become one of our Brilliant Living VIPs, which will mean that you'll get the rest of this series delivered straight to your inbox along with other updates. So if you haven't signed up, we would love you to do that. And that's it for today. Come back and see us soon. We will be looking at how we're going to take what you've done and make it even more effective. So I suggest you get on with downloading the template now, and I look forward to hearing about your goals. Bye for now.